Hello, everyone. The only injury update is Cortland Sutton. He's got a hamstring issue, and he'll be day to day.
Yeah, Coach, I was wondering if you had any interaction in the past with Dion, either as a kid or NFL Network, and your reaction to him being the head coach of the CU Buffs down the road here.
I congratulate him. What a great opportunity. I mean, what he did at Jackson State was unbelievable, and so it shows how good of a coach he is, and very excited for him and the state of Colorado to have him here. I met him one time when I was a kid. I remember that. He probably wouldn't remember that, but it's prime time. I mean, he's one of the best to ever play this game, and it's great to have him here.
We've talked a lot about third downs this year, but especially early in the game, you had a bunch that were short or manageable. Can you put your finger on just why you weren't able to get more of those specifically on Sunday?
The first one we got, I think it was on 3rd and 1. It was an incredible job. They put everybody in the box. I thought all the guys had man blocks. There was one man free, and Latavius did a great job finding a seam and getting low and getting the first down. The next one, we ran the ball, and we just had a couple mishaps with the techniques up front on the landmarks of the guys, and couldn't get it on that one. But the other ones, we were setting to get them to be all manageable, and we just have to convert on those. Whether it be pass or run game, we have to be sure that we're executing.
Defensively, you guys, they weren't able to close out. When you watch back, because they have a great game, pretty much check every box. In those moments, do you see guys trying to do too much, getting out, I don't say playing hero ball, but what is happening on those last kind of drives where they're unable to finish, even though it's kind of unfair to pin it on them given the overall effort of the game?
Yeah, we have to score more points. We can't put them in that position. That's what I would say first. I mean, to not score a touchdown, to only have 9 points, that's us as a team. We win and lose together, and we have to be better from an offensive standpoint, special teams across the board. And then for the defense in that situation, they had the long field. I don't think it was necessarily that anybody was trying to be a hero or anything like that. Just some things started not going our way, whether it be we had a great 3rd and 1 stop, had a chance to stop that 4th and 1, had to close a couple gaps on the backside, and they found a little seam there and got the couple inches that they needed. And then we had 2 penalties in those situations. And, Pat's trying to make a play. He's just trying to cover it up. And then we had the unnecessary roughness. So those I think, accounted for about 38 yards. And, I mean, that's the game of football. Unfortunately, it happened at the last drive instead of earlier.
Coach, you've talked about finishing these games, but when you look back at it, how much is it to kind of taking advantage of opportunities to put distance between yourself and these other teams when you have the chance earlier in games when you've got a 3 or 7 point lead and you've got the ball?
I mean, you hit it right there. I mean, we got to score more points, and we had a couple explosive plays. I thought we were backed up a couple times. I thought the offense did a great job getting it out. It's hard to score from that long of a field, but we got it to the 50, and then we were in an advantageous part of the field, and we couldn't finish. We got the turnover on the 40-yard line. I mean, we have to get at least a first down or 2 to get some more points, and we didn't. And that's across the board. That's the fundamentals. That's all the different things that we continually talk about on offense that we have to be better at, whether it's attacking our landmarks, whether it's running a better route, all those different things.
Nathaniel, in the difference in the first and second half this year, 102 offensive points in the first half, 63 in the second half. Last 5 of the last 7 games averaging fewer yards per pass play in the second half than the first half. Like, what's changing? What are teams kind of throwing at you that needs to be adjusted to in games?
I mean, I don't think those numbers are good for even the first half. I mean, to me, we should be more efficient across the board. We should be better running the ball, throwing the ball, everything. And unfortunately, I continually say this, but it does come down to the third down. We look at what stalls our drives, and especially this past game when we have manageable third downs, we have to find a way to convert those. Whether we got to take off and run, whether we got to do completely different schemes, whether we got to get all kinds of different. We have to evaluate everything and try to find a way to convert to continue those drives to be able to get points.
To follow up on that, Nate, can you offer a window into what has gone on? Because you've been talking about that for a while. Again, getting into manageable probably makes it more frustrating that you haven't been able to convert them because they're manageable situations. Can you give us a window into just what kind of goes on in terms of exploring ways to try to turn that?
As we look at it, we always want to stay out of third down if we can. A lot of our drives that we've scored on have been big plays, whether we've gotten a pass or a chunk yard on a play pass, whether we've run the ball to try to set something up to be able to create a play pass. We did a couple things. That was kind of created the Dulcich play that he got double teamed on and ran a great route. We had been in that personnel and run a couple runs out of that formation. So we set that up. So you're kind of trying to stay out of third down as much as you possibly can. But then when you combine the two of the play pass, you want everything to look the same as much as you possibly can. Sometimes you have to run a run that might not be successful, but it helps you out for an explosive pass down the field, or vice versa. You get some kind of a pass, gets them into an open coverage, so then you can take advantage of then running the ball versus an open coverage, and you're hoping to get more than 5 yards. You're looking for an explosive run. So all those things kind of go hand in hand. We're never really looking to say we want to get 3 yards, and be 3rd and 4. We're always trying to look for that explosive play down the field. And even when we are aggressive, I thought Russell did a couple good ones. We actually were being aggressive down the field. They went into a cover 2 look, dropped everybody back, and he did a great job checking it down, and we got 7 yards, which now opens up the possibilities to get more aggressive coverages. You could take another shot, or are you trying to go for the first down? So that's the chess match you're going on throughout the whole game on when you want to take those shots and be aggressive, but still always continually keeping yourself in the manageable third down if you have to get there. And then that's when we go through the game plan of what we can do during those situations. So it's that chess match of being aggressive, but smart and efficient at the same time.
Yeah, along those same lines, it seemed like your game plan was a little more kind of small ball, if you will. It was like you went into the game hoping to win 17-14 with, your 2 or 3 tight ends. Could you, talk about that? It wasn't a wide open, 5 receiver set type offensive game plan anyway.
We definitely went in wanting to run the ball. I don't think we ever go in with the mindset of wanting to win and not score a lot of points. I think that we've been efficient in some of our bigger packages, whether it be 12, 21 when Beck was there, and our 13 package has been very efficient also, with Dulcich playing a little bit more of a wide receiver role. So we thought we had some better advantages versus this defense, which was a very, very good defense. Instead of spreading them out and opening up the pressure looks with our 11 personnel package, we wanted to be able to kind of condense it and be able to work the play pass and the run action, hoping we're going to get explosive plays, which we got a couple of them, one to Jerry, one to Dulcich, and had a couple other ones, and we got some check downs. But again, I think the other stuff that we want to run, if we can get another set of downs, if we can get more plays, those are the things that we wanted to attack with.
Coach, you have the most players on the IR, the most money on IR, the most games missed due to injury. I know you've said it's not an excuse, but how do you prevent that mindset from sinking into the team?
It's part of the game. People get injured. For us, it happens that it's a lot more than usual. And for us, we have to get the next guy ready. It starts with coaching, getting those guys ready to go out there and play at a high level. That's what we have to do. It's not an excuse, because you still have to win the game. We all want to win the game. We all think we can. We've been very close to winning a lot of games. We just have to get everybody to push through and be able to finish that game off with whoever's out there. And it's the next man up. A lot of guys are getting some great experience, and I give those guys credit for getting themselves ready to go out there and play.
Quick injury one, a chance for either Randy or Lloyd to be back in the mix?
Both those guys we're going to evaluate. We talk about that kind of today and tomorrow to kind of see where they're at. We'll meet with our medical team.
And then with the way Kansas City's playing offensively, I know you said obviously you want to go into every game wanting to score a lot of points, but especially with where you've been possession-wise, time-wise, how important is it to be able to run the football and control the pace of the game against that offense?
Very. You want to do everything you can to keep the ball out of Patrick's hands. He's an electric football player. They've got a lot of electric players around them. It's going to be a great challenge for our defense. But for us on offense, in the end, we got to score points. And when you're playing the Kansas City Chiefs, you got to score a lot of them. So we got to find a way to put some points up. Thank you.